Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Doctor Who DND, the short version. We're going to go as quick as possible, as fast as possible. Alright, what is Doctor Who? Well, it's a sci-fi show. The Doctor, he, she, they, them, doesn't matter. It's 2024. Be who you are! Alright, basically, Doctor goes around time and space. What does the Doctor do? Well, travels across time and space, either alone or with the companions. They're helpful. They're helpful. They help whoever is in need. They'll help anyone, except maybe Rosa Parks. But you know what? That's a conversation for another day. They follow the rules of time, sometimes. What species is the Doctor? He looks human, but he's not. He's born on Gallifrey, keeps the time to get 12 generations. That's why there's so many of them. It's the same person, just a different body. Here's the first Doctor. We got Dr. Rude Boy, Dr. Silly Boy, Dr. Smart Boy, Dr. Popular Boy, Dr. Leak Boy, Dr. Sassy Boy, Dr. Turtle Boy, Dr. American Boy, Dr. It's time to get some rest, boy. Dr. PTSD Boy, Dr. Do you come here often? Dr. Guy from Morbius. Doctor brought back the classic feel of old Doctor Who, one of the best ones. Dr. ADHD. Doctor... You do come here often. Dr. Suave. Dr. Charisma. Dr... Alright, and we'll skip over this one. This one doesn't matter. Bad writing. I feel bad for Jodie Whittaker. Alright, how does the Doctor travel through time and space? Well, of course, with the TARDIS. Time and relative dimension space. Why does it look like a police box? It just got stuck that way. It's bigger on the inside, and it's also a living being. Those are important because it takes the Doctor where he needs to go, not where he wants to go. What does the Doctor use? Sonic screwdriver. Now, the sonic screwdriver, it's a tool. Works on anything but wood, because wood, it's old. The psychic paper basically just tricks people to like, oh, hey, look at me, I'm the Prime Minister. They're like, oh, okay, you got the credentials. And this watch, he hides his DNA in it. It's only been used like once, but I just think it's a pretty cool gadget. Here's some of his companions. Miss Overrated and Popular. I'm sorry, Rose Tyler. Adric. Everyone hated him. And his ending, people were fine with it. And then the very first one, Ian. This man would argue with the Doctor constantly, and it was actually put the Doctor in his place. Sometimes they need to be put in their place. Dr. Potato Man. Or not Dr. Potato Man, but Potato Man. I think he's also a doctor. He is actually a doctor, but he's not the Doctor. River Song, which is his wife and also two of his companions' daughters, and it's complicated, and it's one of the best love stories ever made. Jabba the Hutt, nothing further. What are his enemies? Well, we got Plunger Boys. We got the Master, which is basically, Time Lord, the Doctor. They're best friends. They might have been lovers, who knows, but they were roommates. The Silence, and fun thing is, you look at them, it's like you never even saw them. We got all these other ones. We got from left to right, Mistake, Plastic Boy, Living Fat. I don't even know what to call them. Doctor Who, here's a out of context. What's the first clip? Get wrecked. Doctor doesn't care about women. Sometimes. Doctor Who D&D. What is it? Well, it's a role-playing game. How to play. You need at least 2d6s. Basically, you'll roll only 2d6s. You'll combine your attribute and your skill and distinctions. We'll get into that in a little bit. But basically, if I want you to do something, hey, you have to make a 15. You'll roll your dice, then you add it to your attribute and skill. You got to add a background, focus, distinctions to your character, if any. And you play your character to stay true to them. Because with that, you get story points. You start with 12. But if you have a distinction, like let's say I want to be a Time Lord, I want to be an alien, I want to have a cool laser gun that's really powerful, I can subtract story points, which basically you can use those story points to change the story anyway. If you want to, you could get Hitler accepted into art school. That is completely a-okay. You could change the Dungeon Master story, or whatever they call it, the Game Master. And you get gadgets. So some of the things I talked about, the sonic screwdriver, you get a gadget and it costs you a story point. Background. You got to focus on a singular word that describes your character. That's your focus. A personal experience. Maybe you got in a car crash. Maybe you saved a life. Who knows? Shared experience. It's an event that connects you to the other people who are playing the game. Question asked. Where and when are you from? What's your family like? What is your childhood like? What have you done in your past? Who are your best friends? What do you wish you could change? What are your worst and best memories? What's your biggest secret? What's your biggest fear? And create long and short-term goals. What do you want to complete now? What do you want to complete later? What is your character? Who are you? Attributes. You start with 18 points, but if you want to be an alien, you get 22. Now, you get 18 with both skills and attributes. It's like separately. So you can save your points to put in skills. You get awareness, basically perception. Can I see around myself? Coordination, dexterity. Can I do this? Can I jump? Ingenuity, intelligence, am I smart? Presence, charisma, am I a good talking dude? Resolve, constitution, health, am I strong? Like can I take a punch? Strength, can I give a punch? Skills, you get 18 points. Now it's additional points, right? So you get 18 for attributes, 18 for skills, and you gain a +2 roll at the cost of extra points. So you basically if you're like, oh, I want to specialize in Egyptian history, you can put +2 in the history to make that. So like athletics, running, jumping, swimming, conflict, boxing, guns, psych defense, fast talk, charm, lie for convince, craft, building, singing, guitar, knowledge, history, language, medicine, disease, wound, surgery. We got science, use of math, chemistry as physics, subterfuge, which is like sneaking, lockpicking, gambling, survival, space, desert, mountain, technology, computer hacking, repairs, and transport with cars, helicopters, vehicles. Example, let's say an alien needs surgery and you were the one for the job. Maybe I'll decide, oh, roll coordination because you need that, very intricate slices. And medicine, you will roll 2d6s, you'll add roll on those 2d6s, and you will add that with your skills that you have. So let's say you have 4 in coordination, 6 in medicine, add the d6, maybe it's a 15, you get above 15, you pass. Below 15, you fail. But you pass with a 1 or a 6 on those dice. The 1, if you pass with it, it's like, okay, this a good thing happened, but something slightly maybe not so good happened. 6, hey, something really, really good happened. If you fail 1, it's like, hey, something really bad happened. 6, like, hey, it's not so bad. Here are some of the races. Rhino Man, Shapeshifter Boy, sucky Shapeshifter Boy, a reptilian Iceman, also known as one of the first Martians. Here's a character sheet example. So the Doctor has all their skills, only 3 story points, experience and things, equipment, a very overpowered character. Here's a blank sheet if you want to look at it. Concept, well, the game I propose is travel through space and time. Choose a point in time in history or an alien planet you want to go to. Each session will showcase the universe of Doctor Who and who the characters are. And each session will have different things. Doctor Who, it's a lot of themes. It's horror, it's comedy, it's love, who knows? Thanks for watching. And that's Doctor Who DND.